The Lonesome Road. The culmination of all the stories of the previous DLCs converges right here at this point. Everything has been building up to this solemn walk. Except not really. Most of what was on Ulysses was either vague mentions or something you had to go out of your way for. None of that matters now. What matters is this being the final walk the courier has to make. The final long journey through the divide to meet up with this mysterious other courier who wishes to speak to him. What does this courier want? What could the Lonesome Road possibly hold ahead? We start off before we reach the divide. Various objects exist with a number 2 saying Courier 6 spray painted all around it, leading up to that fateful canyon entrance. The entrance to the divide. I pick up some frag grenades and a bus right before the entrance. Then it says this is a dangerous journey, and I can always come back to the Mojave if I need to. I'm a man. I could do this myself. Really no need to go back to the Mojave anyways. The DLC will absolutely load you up with good weapons and armor, with tons of ammo, especially with the commissaries. Commissaries? However you pronounce that. Anyways, there's a thing that looks like a slide from the Cyberpunk's Phantom Liberty thing. It gives me a mini nuke. Hell yeah. There's this silo with a nuclear missile. I have to get through security. But I can't hack the thing to get me through. So I have to find a robot named Eddie. E-D-E. Eddie, or EDE, like Eazy-E the rapper, Danny Brown, the Atrocious album. Eddie can't directly speak, but instead speaks through audio tapes similar to Bumblebee in Transformers, but he quickly drops the act. Speaking of a little tangent, Bumblebee could speak at the end of the first Transformers. Anyways, he plays audio files about his creator who runs tests. He acts like a father. This is neat. He opens up a commissary and can create ammo for us. Well, he restores the silo's power and kind of spells out our own doom with the nukes in the theming of this DLC or something. Well, we traverse the silo and fight security robots. We get more on the story of Eddie's creators wanting to scrap him, alright? Eddie has pain receptors or something. Shut down the security bots and now I need a key code. Well, there's probably some of the most radiation in the game in this DLC here with this damn nuke and the nukes and the water. You can actually get radiation in the water now. Well, anyways, the whole DLC is full of radiation, unlike the rest of the base game and the DLCs. Get the key code, then go through. Ulysses is now yapping about being afraid of my power in the Mojave or something. It's really difficult to understand this man, and he has a habit of just rambling on for no reason. I feel like a schizo seeing a marked man, one of the main enemy types of this DLC, if not the main enemy type, with Deathclaws and Tunnelers being second and third. Legion soldiers and NCR soldiers, burned and gullified, working together against the Divide's treacherous wilderness. Well now, I have to disable nuclear warheads, but I can't do that without a laser detonator. I guess I have to find one. Well, in my quest to find one, there's an armory. I find this armory, and this armory is awesome because once you unlock the door, you get a bunch of rockets, a riot shotgun, and riot gear that, it's annoying when you get out of sneak. The sneak site benefit is negligible. I can never figure out how to pronounce that word. Negligible. Negligible at best. Anyways, I question what the red glory is, that poster, then make my way to the marked men's camp. My medicine stick that I purchased with Dead Money's gold takes easy care of them. Maybe I didn't need all 37 gold bars. There's a rocket guy who spams the rockets. Ouch. He has the red glare. I take it. This gun sucks, by the way. Now I'm jumped by marked men who come sprinting at me. I do end up taking care of them. Man, Eddie E's battle music is getting frustrating to listen to. This really is just generic gameplay simulator. Walking along, I find Ulysses' holotape, with him talking about the White Legs and Caesar. Ulysses apparently gave the white legs purpose, if I'm interpreting that correctly. I don't know. It's difficult because you can't really understand a word he says, and I'm not playing with subtitles on. If I can't understand him without subtitles, then that's on the DLCs and the developers, not me. They should have made him speak better or not make his voice the most muffled thing to exist. I enter the overpass, and I shit myself over seeing a Deathclaw's tail. Well, there's no Deathclaw, though. Just tunnelers. I'm the stealth suit's best friend as I displace of these beasts easily with explosive rounds. After this, I exit to the high road and learn about the marked men teaming together against the divide. Ulysses is now yapping over Mr. House for some reason. I already killed him a while ago. He also yaps about tribals, and he tells me the tunnelers threaten the Mojave and New Vegas. Either Bethesda forgot about them, probably, or worse, maliciously didn't care about them and instead used Deathclaws to fulfill the purpose the tunnelers were supposed to provide in an attempt at brand recognition.
Don't underestimate the power of brand recognition.
Yeah, this show is fucking slop. The NCR don't even have power armor. Anyways, I press him on the recordings, and he says he got this recorder from Big MT, but the recorder broke. I say it had some meaning to him, and now he's saying I did shit that I probably didn't. Now here's the thing about this DLC. Ulysses will absolutely point his finger at you about something that is one of two things. A, throwing a backstory on the player despite New Vegas fans glazing and meat-riding the game about how the courier can just be about anyone, or B, makes the story meaningless and contrived if you choose the deliberately vague dialogue options saying that you don't recall or just flat out didn't fucking do it. This is even worse, and Obsidian here was wishy-washy. They didn't pull the trigger on either the courier doing what Ulysses said he did, or go all in on being a story about how the courier actually not doing that. Instead, they put it on both black and red for the ball to hit green. It just doesn't work. They're throwing shit at the wall, and it's not sticking. So you just get 3.5 hours of Ulysses yelling at you for no fucking reason if you choose that way. But the game won't give you the effects of such outside dialogue options to hear Ulysses talk for another 12 minutes. I just tell him that he's misremembering, and now there's Deathclaws on the overpass. They fucking obliterate me in the bus and the outside area. Good thing I make quick work of them anyways. Now Eddie is playing a tape about them scrapping him for Hellfire armor. Now it's making more sense. We just couldn't go a fucking game without the Enclave, could we? He has a dialogue option for human mating calls, but Fallout New Vegas fans hate the show and the other Fallout games for Quirk Chungus dialogue. Now we launch a nuke for some fucking reason, and Ulysses goes on and on and on about how this is my fucking fault, and I could have just walked away at any time, as if I had an actual choice. It was either send the nuke to explode 500 fucking feet in front of me, or not progress through the DLC. The illusion of choice, the game. Anyways, Eddie says something about Navarro, again the Enclave, the elevator section with the tunnelers and explosions is actually awesome. I burn through my 45 SMG ammo and somehow not die even while only wearing my stealth getup. Now, in the bunker, I find an upgrade for Eddie, then get jumped by the tunnelers. Ulysses decided to yap once more about a damn detonator, how I brought it here as one of my deliveries despite it being my home. He followed me here, and I built the divide and nuked it. Then he says it's not in me to let go. Yeah, he's right. I didn't let go of the 37 gold bars. Lol, Lamau even. He says the bear is diseased, and the bull will turn on itself. Interesting implications for the show. Does Bethesda actually care about the DLCs? Are they picking and choosing? Cherry picking? I don't know. He'll burn down the flags and begin again. Somebody didn't fucking play Dead Money. I ask, what's a Chicago? Lol. And tons of landmines touch me. Talking to Eddie reveals a 308 round hit him with a guns check. And it damaged him heavy with a repair check. We're sitting in radiation here, though, so hurry this along, please. Anyways, now I use the red glare, and it takes almost the whole mag of explosives to take down a single tunneler, when the 45 SMG yields similar results. Now I see a pack of tunnelers, to which a mini-nuke takes care of them. Eddie tucks again inside the buried buildings. He's trying to go home. Yeah, I get that. Exit the building to fucking Ulysses yapping again. Holy moly, shut the fuck up already. He wants Eddie, so he takes him from me. Wholly contrived to take the damn thing that's been the main reason for progression throughout the entire DLC here, in terms of the storyline and gameplay. Whatever, I guess. I'm going to put an end to him for this. There's a pack of death claws, to which a mini-nuke takes care of them. I cripple myself in the process, but they're dead, so who really won? Now comes Rar, the most hyped battle for me. He's a real pain in the ass, though, because he detects me sneaking, even in the stealth suits. And I can't fucking trap him under the nuke like I'm supposed to, because he refuses to go over there, and using the laser detonator doesn't hurt him. And the big kid mini-nukes don't take care of him on the first shot, and the second shot, if I even get it out, kills me, even in my power armor. I mean, Rar only 3-shots me in the stealth suit, but it's still annoying. Eventually, I do take care of him. You know, there's no way to back out of that fight, by the way. And now I'm finally at the bunker of the courier who hates me for some fuck-ass reason. Yes, I'm skipping over the rest of the gameplay because it's boring. It's generic gameplay simulator. Finally, the fight against Ulysses. I'm sick of him talking at this point, so I just mini-nuke his ass. He somehow survives and heals rapidly, so I jump down to shut down his iBots with a bunch of turbo. The fight against the marked men is more difficult than him because a big kid mini-nuke fries his ass cold. I blow his shit clean off. I take care of the rest with my medicine stick and tiny tots and the small boy mini-nukes. Now a nuke is going to launch. It has to hit somewhere, or not. Eddie will sacrifice himself to stop the nuke. I say, nah, I want it to hit something. Now the canon ending to this is to at least have one of these nukes hit the NCR, because Shady Sands, which is near the Mojave and not Los Angeles, by the way, Bethesda, and there's no way Howard McLean's fucking Liberty Prime nuke did that much damage to the city! The courier's nuke just so happened to hit at the same exact time or something. I don't know. Also, the Kings get gullified, so for some fucking reason, I don't know. Maybe have one hit the Mojave. It doesn't really matter. I'll also hit the Legion because, you know, fuck the Legion. I grab Ulysses' shit, and finally, the road has reached its end. I retire as leader of the Mojave in the Lucky 38, where I will totally stay and not be Cooper Howard or disappear randomly to let the strip get touched by death claws. That was an experience. It was really fun gameplay for the most part. And it was just one long, mostly linear action piece dungeon that gave really good gameplay again for the most part. Incredibly difficult in the best way. My first time around, I got touched by the marked men in the beginning, even in my power armor. This time, not so much. Weird, it's way easier than I remember. The most fun gameplay of the entire DLC batch. The problem? It has the worst fucking story. If you can even call it that. It was nonsensical at best. Oh, you may or may not have carried something to nuke this place. Maybe. My family was destroyed, so I'm going to hate you, even though it's not your fucking fault regardless. I couldn't help it. I couldn't know. He blames me anyways. What the fuck was Obsidian cooking here? Then I'm hyped up this fucking storyline for Courier meeting Courier. One final clash. The Lonesome Road being the final path the Courier has to take. Clash of the Titans, only for it to be some dude fucking whiny about something that you may or may not have even done. If you take the dialogue options and he takes out his man-child baby anger out on the rest of the world because he's a fucktart who's a one-dimensional pile of crap character. The writing is genuinely fucking baffling at how contrived and ass it is. It's asinine at best, and it's incredibly fucking dubious. And the Eddie plotline? Yeah, okay, just some fucking audio tapes. That's your story for the DLC. You paid how fucking much for this? You're trying to get to the courier who's angry at you for no fucking reason and figuring out why this robot wants to go home so bad. If there's any story at all here, terrific. I thought Honest Hearts was all hype moments in Aura. No, this is the hype moments in Aura DLC. Genuinely, if it weren't for the great gameplay, it'd be down there with Old World Blues as potentially the worst. I don't think it could be as bad as Old World Blues regardless, but even then, even with all that good gameplay, I rank it below Honest Hearts because at least Honest Hearts had a compelling enough story and vibe so that it was enjoyable. There was no vibes here. None. Every single fucking DLC had their own vibe to it, and this one had nothing. It was just walk linear path, listen to a madman rambling for an hour and a half. It was just not a good fucking DLC at all. So no, this was not a good DLC. Now that wraps up my entire New Vegas playthrough. The Courier now gets to retire as leader as the Mojave forever, or at least until Bethesda says fuck you and throws fucking death claws in there for no fucking reason, even though you have 2,000 fucking Securitrons to deal with them. But what of the tales of someone in New California? What of the tale of how the Courier came to be? We shall see. Maybe.